Have you ever thought of what could be the worst deaths in history? That is a crazy question to start this video off, but if you have, here are top 5 worst deaths in history that I found with the help of sources in the description. And if you didn't, if you said no, then now I don't know why you're on this video unless you're curious. If I earn your subscription, make sure to subscribe and don't leave a like just yet. Watch the video all the way through and then let me know if you want to see more just like this by leaving a like. Alright, let's dive right into the top 5 worst deaths. Number 5. Truls Hellevik. The Bifor Dolphin is a semi-submersible drilling rig, which is infamous for having many serious accidents. So you already know that this is gonna go bad. Plus, what video are you in? The top 5 worst deaths. So, in 1983, 4 divers were in the decompression chamber when it explosively decompressed from a pressure of 9 atmospheres to just 1. That is crazy. Truls had his organs, spine, and limbs ejected at a fraction of a second. You can't even think of that. But at the same time, his remains were thrust through the narrow gap in the chamber door, causing fragments of his body to be found all over the rig. Oh my god, that is traumatic. This obviously was a quick and albeit gruesome death, already starting off this list. But let's move on to number 4, Sean Dooley. During the festive season of 2002, Sean fell down a manhole in New York City. He was plunged into gallons of scalding hot water, reaching an excess of 148 Celsius, which I'll put the Fahrenheit like right here. The rescue workers were unable to remove his body due to the heat and had to listen to him scream as he slowly burnt to death. Coroners say his blood pressure rose, causing him to have a heart attack. As his insides began to boil, a hot froth formed, burning his throat and slowly suffocating him. You fall in a manhole. Scalding hot water is at the bottom of this manhole. 148 Celsius, whatever the Fahrenheit is right here. Imagine your rescue worker having to listen to his screams as you know you can't even get this guy out. And then imagine being Sean. You fall into a manhole, gallons of scalding hot water, you have a heart attack, but at the same time your insides are boiling, hot froth forms, burning your throat, and suffocating you at the same time. I can't imagine it. Let's move on. Number 3, David Allen Kirwan. David was driving through Yellowstone's Fountain Paint Pot thermal area with a friend and his dog when the trio decided to have a closer look at the hot springs. And when the dog bolted from the truck and dove into a spring with temperatures reaching over 200 degrees. I would have my dog strapped to me. Not just on a leash, like strapped, bro. Kirwan dived in to help, despite bystanders trying to stop him. After emerging from the water, he reportedly muttered, "That was stupid. How bad am I?" You just now thought of it. You just now thought that was a bad idea. When he attempted to remove his shoe, his skin peeled off with it. He couldn't even open his eyes because he had suffered third-degree burns to 100th, not 50, not 75, 100% of his body, and he died in the hospital the next day. Number 2, Hiroshi Ouchi. In 1999, Japanese worker Hiroshi received a deadly radiation dose when material he was working with became critical. He was exposed to so much radiation that even his chromosomes were destroyed. However, he did not get a quick death. Instead, for whatever reason, to torture this man, the doctors kept him alive to observe the effects of radiation on a person's health. His skin and muscles slowly began to fall apart, and his intestines began to melt. That is torture. And then, just 10 days later, he was begging for death, shouting, "I can't take it anymore, I'm not a guinea pig." His suffering continued for 3 months. That man did not deserve that. I mean, none of these people do. I just want to be clear, none of these people deserve the deaths they went through. But torturing this man, keeping him alive just to observe the effects of radiation on a person's health? I'm not gonna begin that rant. And lastly, number 1, David Douglas. A Scottish botanist and explorer, David made frequent trips to America on plant hunting expeditions. He even became the first mountaineer in America after climbing Mount Brown to take in the view. Unfortunately, he would see his death when climbing Mauna Kea in Hawaii. He fell, or he was possibly pushed, into a pit trap. Essentially, it's a giant hole filled with sharp spikes. A bull somehow then fell on top of him, crushing him to death. And that is going to do it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video somehow. If I earned your subscription, make sure to subscribe. We are on our way to 150 subscribers before the end of the year. And right now, as I look, we are at 115. I don't know how many days it's been, but I'll put it up here. It's been that long since we hit 100 subscribers. And we're at 115. I love you guys. Thank you, seriously. And this video right here is blowing up so much. It's been blowing up for the past, I don't know, a week or two now. Thank you for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video.